Hello everybody, good morning, happy Saturday. I hope everybody got a lot of rest last night, and I hope you're all ready to go to fold some origami today. 皆さん、おはようございます。ウィンディーシティ折り紙のジョンです。これからキツネを作ります。Here is the fox that we will be making today. This is a very simple and elegant design. I really like it. It stands up and you can give it a lot of character with the face. 皆さん、日本でもってもってでしたよ。私は日本語がペラペラです。ちょっと私の髪の毛、パツキンです。でもだいたいハゲになっちゃった。残念。これから頑張りましょう。折り紙を作ります。お箸も持ってます。Alright, so we're going to fold the fox. What we're going to need is a piece of origami paper. So to do that, grab out a color of your choice. I'm going to pick orange, or an orangish color, to fold my fox here. Hope everybody has some paper with them. We are going live with Origami every Saturday at 10 a.m. and every Monday at 10 a.m. Please join us, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I hope to be able to answer them as we're streaming here. But in case I don't, please leave a message, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can follow us on Twitter. And you can also follow us on Instagram. So find us at Windy City Origami. Alright, the first step is to hold the paper so it's white side up. And we're going to fold it in half on the diagonal. Okay, and then fold across. So one thing I like to do when I fold the diagonal is make sure that it's nice and perfect up in the corner. So I'm going to zoom in here and just show you an illustration of what that means. So perfect is when I come down here with this paper, I'm lining it up very, very carefully first, right in the corner. And I'm looking on the edge. See, I can line up the corner, but you see how the edge, there's some white there? You do not want that. Do not. So you're going to have to rotate it. This is the first step is so important. Get it rotated and make sure there's no white on either side. Try to eliminate as much white as you can. So before you crease it down, get that corner lined up and kind of paper around a little bit and get it as perfect as you can. And as soon as you get it perfect, lock it down with your fingers. And then what you can do, this is an interesting trick. Let me zoom out here. What you can do is once you get it perfect, then come with your finger down to the middle here and then fold across. And it will go directly, everything will line up. And now I'm down, you can see I'm still pressing down. And I'm coming down to the left and folding over on this side as well. Okay? And if you're off by a little bit, you can see I've got a little bit of white on mine. What you can do is make a tiny little adjustment. Now when you're making a very, very complex model or a more intermediate model, you never want to make that mistake because every fold builds on that first fold. Okay, so, and sometimes your paper might not be perfectly square. So in my case, my paper is not square. So do it as best you can to get it as perfect as possible. All right. Next, what we're going to do is unfold it and fold it the other way. Okay, so do the same thing, but do it in the other direction. Again. Pinch it, hold it down, come down to the middle, and then go across. Down the middle, and then go across. All right, how does that look, everybody? Yes, good, good. All right. So now hold the paper just like this. And what we're going to do is take these and fold directly to, take this corner here, and it's going to come up to this corner. Okay? So what's going to happen is this edge is going to line up with the center line. Okay, so watch what happens here. Going to come up like this, and that line is going to, you're going to bring it right up there, line it up perfectly. And then this corner is going to go right to the other corner. Get it as nice and neat as you can, and then fold it down. Okay, and do the same thing with the top one. Bring that down. And fold it in place. So this is a very easy, but I like it, especially the head at the end. Okay, so now that you've got that, what we're going to do is fold the paper in half. Fold the paper in half like this. So it's going to go back, okay? Not this way, but go back. The other flaps are opening up, just like that. Okay? Now what we're going to do is open the paper up over to the left, okay? So what we're going to do for this one is on the inside, you're going to see on the right, see there's going to be 1, 2, 3 of them on the right, right? There's these 2 flaps here, and there's the middle piece. Correct? Everybody see that on theirs? So we're holding it like this. There's going to be 3 flaps. What you're going to do is take, and if you count them actually, even though there's 3 flaps, there's 4 pieces of paper. There's the second one here, the third one here, and the fourth one. We're going to go 1, 2. We're going to go in, okay? And hold and pinch right there, those 2. Okay? Now what we're going to do is with the paper held down, we're going to fold over to the right. Okay? And you're going to see it's going to become 3D in here. Okay? So this is going to come up and become 3D. And you're going to open it up a little bit and come and fold over. Let me zoom in so you can see what's happening here. So once again, you're taking the first layer, the second layer, together, and then you're folding it over to the left, and this is going to open up on the inside. Okay? I fold it over, and what's happening here is you're creating the fox's head. You can see what's happening. You're creating the fox's head. So this is my favorite part, gouache fold. So depending on how large you want the fox's face to be, you can open this up really large if you want a big face. Then you're going to have big ears, or you can make it a little bit smaller. It all depends on how large you want the fox's face. But you want this to come down here so it reaches the point. If you go too far, you see what's going to happen? It's going to open up. You're going to have flat feet. That's also okay. You know, it's up to your interpretation, but the design calls for this to go right down to the corner, okay? So we're going to get it down to the corner and then push all the way up inside of there. All the way up inside, and then make the final crease, push it all the way in. And now the head is going to go flatten down, okay? Flatten down, and that's called a squash fold. You can push it down all the way, okay? Just like that. All right, so now we're going to turn the model so it's sitting upright, just like this. Okay? Yes, I hope everybody's looks the same. Now, very, very simple, we're going to create the tail. So to do the tail, you just fold it from over here over to the right. And you can go, I would say, about this distance, so you can see it's coming, leaving a little bit of a gap. If we turn it to the next one, you can see there's a little bit of a gap. So don't go too far with the tail, and you don't want to have a really tiny tail either. So bring it in, so there's a little bit of a gap right here, just like that, and then press it down. And this paper is going to be thick, so you're going to use your finger and crease that very, very good, okay? Orime o tsukute kudasai. きちんと折ってください。それで Okay, there we go. There's our completed fox. So now what we can do is get a pen out, our pen here, and we can draw a face on our fox. So for the nose, what we can do, now you can see my face is bigger than the face in the diagram. You see how small the face is? I chose to make a larger face. The first time I made this, smaller. So it depends if you want a large face or a small face. And you can adjust it. So if you went too far and you don't want your face to be big, you can take it and just make it a little bit smaller. Okay? And then fold it down. So you can undo what you just did. That's not a problem either. Okay? There's no need to worry if you made your face too big. All right, so now what we can do is take out our pen and we're going to color down at the bottom. Make a little nose. Make a triangle of a nose. Just like this. Now, when I was a kid, I really did not any ink on any of my origami. I lacked that creativity, and I really just didn't enjoy writing on my coloring anything. So I really liked to find models that looked more realistic. So I would find more complex, and I would always go to the bookstore to find those books. So if you have any questions about books for origami, I would be very happy to provide some recommendations. Please just shoot me a message on Windy City Origami, and I can tell you some tips. So here you can see there's some black in here, and what happens is when the nose comes down, see how it pops up and you can see underneath it? What I like to do is to color it on the underside. That way, if it does come up a little bit, it kind of blends in. So I like to do that. And then the eyes, you can do whatever eye. And if you don't like how that's coming up, see how that's opening up in there? What you can do, and don't tell anybody I told you this. This is not a very good thing to do origami, I will tell you right now. I do not recommend this, but you can get out some glue. And what you can do is just put a small little dab of glue on there. Really small. I did too much, so I'm just going to wipe it away with my finger. So I took a little bit off, and you can just press it down. Okay, so now that will stay together. Okay? Completely optional. You do not need to use glue, and you will never see anybody at Windy City Origami using scissors to cut their origami models. So you will see maybe some glue from time to time, but everything will be cut a piece of square paper. That's how we will be folding our origami models. Okay, and last, we're going to add the eyes. Just like that. Okay, so now the final thing is to see how this fox can stand up. We're going to take it down here. I'll show you. So, take my fox and open up the tail. If you open up the tail, that helps. Oops. You may need to make a little bit of an adjustment. Just kind of move it around a little bit to get your fox to stand up. And there we go. There's our completed fox. So I hope that was intuitive for you. I hope everybody could follow along. 皆さんはできなかったら教えてね。困ったところを教えてください。私コメントで手伝います。All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I will show you here coming up on this coming Monday, the May 18th. We're gonna be folding a rhinoceros, right? So that rhino looks like this. Okay, the rhino is very, very easy, except on the tip we're gonna do a sink fold. This is getting into a little bit more complex origami. Now, the sink fold is optional. We don't need to do the sink fold if you don't want to. That is a little bit tricky, but that makes it look a little bit nicer, and I'll teach everybody how to do a sink fold. Okay? So thank you again, everybody, for joining, and I hope to see you at 10 a.m. on Monday. We are live with origami every Monday and every Saturday during the month of May, teaching beginner origami at 10 a.m. Central. Thanks again, everybody, and have a great day.